Hey guys!
Alright folks, we're here today to check out a Patreon request from this Patrono right here. A band that we're familiar with. They're from Finland. Assemble the Chariots. Galactic Order is the name of the song. You know what I just realized? Is Assemble the Chariots like the Roman version of Get to the Chopper?
Assemble the Chariots! Come on! Come on!
Did you ever thought about that?
You think that's what it was?
If Arnold was Roman, like if he was Nero?
No, but he wouldn't
Assemble the Chariots.
No, because then he wouldn't have the accent. He has to be from like old. He has to be like Austrian, who like.
No, but he could have been a guy from Austria that one day wandered
or
down.
whatever Austria was called back in the.
Yeah,
days.
whatever you know.
The Germanic Republic of I don't know.
I don't know. Fuck the.
Whatever
the
it was.
Visigoths were from. I don't know.
And then he like showed up in Rome out of nowhere, and they were like, "Oh my god, this guy looks like."
He looks like a Parthenon statue.
Exactly, and then he goes into the arena. He's like, "Get to the chariots now! Get to the chariots!"
Put the cookie down. I don't know. I just thought about that. I just like it's the equivalent of Get to the Chopper.
No, because they wouldn't have cookies. They were very. I guess weren't
the Romans didn't have cookies. They had anal bleaching and they wouldn't have cookies.
They were like very Catholic, weren't they? The Romans.
Not at the beginning. They had multiple gods at the beginning.
True.
They didn't become Catholic.
Put the communion wafer down. Put the wafer down.
They were killing the Christians. They were throwing them to the lions. They were throwing them to the lions. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
They didn't see the light until like later down the line. Later in life, they saw the light.
Dude,
they had an epiphany.
The Roman Empire was an amazing place.
Actually, that sounds like a very Roman word, epiphany.
The Roman Empire was such a weird and amazing place. I mean, you have like... They killed people who they didn't agree with, which is like, come on, that's a staple in history. I mean, we do it all the time now. And then you have
that was cancel culture at the time.
True, they canceled them, and then they were very ahead of their times because everyone was fucking everyone. I mean, they had polygamy of all types.
Yeah, and back then there was no such thing as like whatever. Like everybody
swinged everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
They were definitely ahead of their time.
Definitely, with the whole anal bleaching too.
The anal bleaching, yeah.
Let's not forget about that. It's an important part. All right, assemble the chariots. Wow. Wow. Fuck. This is the king of turtlenecks. Wow. Who else would do a music video? I feel like right now this company, they're the best when it comes to making music videos. The best. If you're not hiring these guys, you're not hiring anybody at this point. Like, unbelievable. True. The music videos these guys do. Let me just start off by saying that
the King of Turtlenecks, is that where you were gonna go with that?
Fuck, like I was, well, definitely the King of
Turtlenecks. I was gonna say because you've watched Jujutsu Kaisen. It's like the guy who, when he talks.
Yeah, it has a little bit of the Jujutsu Kaisen feel to it. Yeah. But I was going to say the lead singer's mustache has that, failed Austrian painter look to it a little bit. I like it. A little bit overgrown, more like Movember.
I think it was very bushy here, but I feel like it's receding here.
No, it was a little bit more like Movember, so like a failed Austrian painter during Movember.
Well, he hasn't failed yet.
Yeah, exactly. Still in the first semester. So anyways.
What I feel like with that mustache is, you have the volume, you have everything, you have your wings, and then once you fail being the Austrian painter, your wings have been clipped.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
So you're just left.
It's like an angel with broken wings. So anyhow, angel of death in this case. But anyhow, angel nevertheless. Not the first time we check out this band on the channel, but this has got to be the best song I've ever heard from these guys.
I didn't like one thing.
Was too long?
That too. I feel like it was too long for
I feel like the
it was
second,
really pushing itself.
I think the last minute of the song could have
been cut.
Yeah.
But
I love how it ended because it was really like a movie.
Yeah, and
with a narrator and everything.
With the narrator and stuff, I think it was overly narrated.
Not going to disagree. I think the narrator would have been fine in the beginning to set up the song.
I think the narrator would have been fine where it was in the end. In the beginning, what it was calling for was those harsh vocals from off the bat.
No, you have to set up the story with a fucking narrator.
Dude, everything was being set up musically. Musically, it was being set up for those harsh vocals to just hit you.
I like the narrator at the beginning. I think it was a little bit overused afterwards.
Yes,
but I get it because of the concept of the song.
But I feel like it wouldn't have been that way if you had it afterwards and not in the beginning.
The song in the video was like a movie trailer. Even the way that it ended with that like cliffhanger at the end, I loved it. I thought the narrator was a little bit too much used. I didn't mind at the beginning, and there was maybe one or two maybe another part here and there that I didn't mind too much, but it came back 3 times. If I'm not mistaken.
And that's why if you cut that last minute, you'll lose it.
But also like those breakdowns, that wave of breakdowns, it started to become a little bit like repetitive, and it doesn't have the same impact anymore because now you kind of start to expect it.
Yeah.
So I felt like the song was like I'm going to reemphasize this, best song from these guys that we've ever done on the channel. All right, I'm not taking anything away from that, but I just felt like the song was really good for 4 minutes, and then the last minute and a half was rehashing musically and vocally, and in terms of the structure of the song was rehashing the best parts of the first 4 minutes. So you had 4 solid minutes where there was a sense of purpose, there was a sense of direction. You were taking me on this fucking journey, and then the last minute and a half was just a recap of the best moments.
Yeah,
it's like you're watching a game, and then at the end they give you like the highlights of the game. You know what I mean?
It's like when you're watching a Premier League game and then you go on Fubo after to watch the shitty highlights.
No, but even the show sometimes after the game they show you the highlights and they break it down. And if you already watched the whole game, you watch the highlights. You don't need the highlights again.
Yeah. Fubo do a terrible job on it. Have you seen any of them?
No.
Dude, sometimes you'll watch it and there'll be a red card and then they'll show the red card later in the video. Like they don't know how to.
They don't know how to edit.
They don't know how to edit the timeline. When DAZN was doing it, it was perfect.
I still watch them on DAZN, on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Anyhow,
that's the Champions League games.
Yeah.
And those are good, but for Premier League, it's only Fubo.
Oh fuck! I don't need that.
They'd be fucking it up, man.
I haven't watched a EPL game this season. A single one I haven't watched.
Watching the Chelsea.
Actually, I'm probably gonna watch some during Boxing Day because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, dude, watch. Oh, obviously.
Oh, now we're timing ourselves here. I said Boxing Day. This is coming out in the new year.
In the new year, whatever. You know, watching Chelsea games is always it's a good one because back in the day it's like, oh, they should win this game, but now you never know, man. They lost to Wolves recently.
Okay, let me bring you back into this. We're going off the tracks here, off the rails as we normally do. But anyhow, having said all of that I said about the repeating and whatever. This was still the best song from these guys we've ever checked on the channel.
Yeah, dude, it was this song
was massive,
huge, bombastic, just really
cinematic,
really cinematic. It has, weirdly enough, like their name, it has that Colosseum big feel, but then with the name of the song, it feels even bigger.
Well, the name of the song is Galactic Order. They really went like fucking Empire Strikes Back on this shit. Like,
I was about to say, it kind of reminds me of that Colosseum that Palpatine has, and like everyone's chained up and shit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Parliament where they are in the.
No, like where I guess this is where the start of the clones, where the clones started, and Yoda came down on that ship with the clones and shit. Do you remember?
No.
And Samuel L. Jackson fought somebody.
Yeah. English, motherfucker, English.
The fact that he was a Jedi is hilarious because I want to I didn't want Mace Windu. I wanted Samuel L. Jackson as the Jedi. Like
I wanted Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction.
I just wanted him
as the either that or put Morgan Freeman. I think Morgan Freeman would make a great Jedi.
No, I don't. I think he would have made a great Jedi, but not Miss Windu.
No, but he would have been a great Jedi.
One of the
mellow
elder
guys.
One of the elder ones with Yoda sitting on the seat.
Yeah, super mellow, you know.
That is not the way of the Force.
I watched the other day a documentary just because he was narrating it.
Yeah, man.
Fucking guy has a
voice
of God.
Imagine him sitting there, he's just like, "You are not taught in the way of the Force." Like,
he doesn't talk like that.
I know.
That's a horrible impression of Morgan Freeman.
I tried.
Well, you failed terribly. Just like the last minute and a half of this song.
True. Tried. Failed terribly.
But even with that, still the best song I've ever heard from these guys, and I really enjoy this song.
It has a really good sound, dude. I mean, not only does it... Okay, obviously it has some the newest Lorna Shore album. It has some of those vibes in there. I guess you could say with the orchestra and the bombastic.
Not vocally, but sonically, yes. Sonically, yes. But a lot of deathcore bands these days, they're using these elements.
But I do like the fact that you still have that Finnish, the Finnish sound in the guitars.
It's still there.
In the start, especially in the start.
Man, that guitar riff.
Dude, it still has that Finnish
killer,
it still has that
fucking
Finnish
killer.
DNA.
Yeah.
I like that. Where they didn't go too into
modern
into the abyss. Yeah, they didn't go too into it. They've kept the roots while having it.
They still kept the DNA of where they're coming from, the influences of where they're coming from, into their own deathcore. I love that guitar riff. That sound is just like, oh my god! It fits the bombastic nature of the song so well, and it fits the whole cinematic feel of the song because it almost like you're traveling through space with it. You know, like it just has the dun 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 dun, like amazing. That riff is absolutely killer. Absolutely killer. The song is really good. I just feel like they kind of lost a little bit of their way at the end. That's all. Had the song been a little bit shorter, it would have been great. You could still put that same ending, but earlier, boom, done. Because having that last minute, and I don't mean to keep harping on this, also allow them to bring back the narrator again. You know, it's just
True.
I don't know, just felt a little bit overdone.
Yeah.
But loved it, nevertheless. All right, so thank you very much for the patrono that requested this bad boy. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow with more.
See ya.